Hello, you found me. I'm here. Let's do this. So my name is Claire and I am Floss Chronicles on Instagram, and I'm finally getting around to shooting my very first FlossTube. It's been a long time coming. I watch a ton of you all out there doing this and I think, oh man, I want to show my stuff, or this really influenced me and I really want to talk about it. And I have no stitchy friends here locally, so I just thought I'll dive right in and do it. So thank you to Kitschy Whips, who's Maggie from Charlotte. We used to know each other in former life and she's really encouraged me to get this started. So I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, my personal life, and then get right into what I'm doing for my WIP GO goals for September, and show you a couple smalls that I'm working on, and talk just a tiny bit about a little bit of haul that I picked up recently. So we are living in Germany. I am married with 3 kids, all teenagers. I have a senior and 2 juniors this year. We've been over here for 7 years. We're originally from the States, but we work for the US government as expats here. So I started cross-stitching when I was a teenager. I used to work at a store called Pleasures and Pastimes, if you can imagine. It's a super cool name, could go many different ways. But it was a craft store and I was totally intrigued by cross stitch when I was small. I did a few projects when I was a teenager, then I put it aside and really didn't pick it up again until probably about 2017, when we moved over here and I had a job that had a lot of downtime. And so I was looking for something to do at the office to just be present, be able to put something down, but also do something kind of active and fun. So I've been cross-stitching since 2017. Then in 2020, when the pandemic hit, it got really ramped up because we were all home and what else are you gonna do? So just like everybody else, I kind of went down the Etsy, Instagram, like just fell down a hole of like what was out there and started cross-stitching more and more. Now I probably do it, if not daily, at least 5 or 6 times a week. So I just spend time after work or in the car or waiting on the kids. And I have a lot of projects that I have finished and worked on that way. What else do you need to know about me? We have traveled a little bit around. It's been a hot summer here in Europe. It's like, I'm just constantly glowing, constantly like a little bit damp. There's no air conditioning anywhere you go in Europe, or if they have air conditioning, it's on and it's not enough to really take the edge off. So you're just still like totally sweaty. It's finally cooling down a little bit. We've had a little bit of rain today, but it's still just completely muggy and gross. So yeah, I'm looking forward to fall. And because of that, I've been doing a lot of fall stitching and thinking about a lot of fall stitching. I'm also loosely following WIP GO. So this was my first year making a board. And when the numbers are called, it's kind of a good way for me to focus on 2 projects at a time, just to kind of say, okay, whether you get to them or not, these are the 2 you should pull out and put a little bit of work into. So I'm going to show you the 2 projects that I have for my WIP GO board. The numbers that were called were just called, I believe, last night. It's for September. They are numbers 3 and number 22. So on my board, number 3 is my chatelaine beaded mushroom tile. And so I'm going to show you where I am with that right now. I've just got the center started. This fabric is like a teal color. It's a pre-packaged Zweigart. I am super fortunate where I live to be right next to about 20 minutes down the road from the Zweigart fabric factory, where all the Aida and linen is made. And when you go in there, I'll have to do a video where I can show you a little bit of a tour there. You can buy things by the meter, but they also have like just pre-packaged small, like I think this is the entire piece actually, or maybe this is just half. So you get a pretty good size piece of fabric. And they're not really labeled by color, so I don't really know if this has a title, a name or not, but it's a 28 count casual linen, and I really love the way these greens are popping off of there. I don't know if you can see, like, these are the first beads I've ever done, ever, and I just think it's so sparkly, and it's gonna be cute, and like a jewel of a piece. Like I'm super excited about it. And I never would have found this actually without Kitschy Whips. So again, shout out to Maggie. You were sending me messages being like, have you seen this chatelaine? It's amazing. And I totally fell for it. So I have this one and another project. I have the Constantinople Hammam also started, but I will show that. I will show that on another video. So my goal is to get 10 days of stitching on this this month. So I'm going to be putting that on the Q-snap. The other project was square number 22, and that for me is my Istanbul cross stitch by Thea Governor. And this is what it looks like. So I had the opportunity to travel to Istanbul in 2020 for my birthday, like right before everything shut down. This was the most magical trip. This was the most amazing place I've ever been. It was just like, it felt so foreign from the US, like so completely different, like just totally different feel. You really felt like it was just, I don't know, it was like somehow, it was just magical. I really loved the trip. The architecture is insane. The mosques are gorgeous. Hagia Sophia is just gorgeous inside. I believe you're not allowed to actually go inside anymore because it's no longer a museum. So I'm really glad that we got a chance to go in there when we could. And the food was amazing. The people are amazing. It was just a really cool trip. So I also am going to do 10 days stitching on this, and it is huge. This was a kit I bought like kind of when I started back to cross stitch, and I was like, oh, 18 count is as small as I can go, right? Like I wear readers all the time when I'm doing, like I'm getting a little bit older, so I have to, you know, can't focus as well. And so I thought 18 count is going to be the smallest I'll ever do. So I ordered this kit, and it is like massive piece of Ada. And I am here. So this is just one of the minarets from the Blue Mosque right in the center of the piece. So I'm going to try to get 10 more days of stitching on this, see if I can at least get a page finish. This page in the center is actually not a ton. There's a lot of just white space around the minarets. So that should be pretty doable. I'm looking forward to having this one framed and on my wall, just because I think it's just a cool reminder of that trip. And yeah, of my stitching, which I really love to do now. Then I have 2 other small projects that I'm going to try to work on in between these two, either like in the car for car projects, or you know, just on the side. I just like need some instant gratification in between these big projects. So I have the Modern Folk Embroidery Move Forward in Love. Sal, I chose to do the color version of this. I know you guys have probably seen this around. I love these little patterns. I think that Modern Folk Embroidery is just, their stuff is so good. It's so pretty. And I haven't tried any of his others, but I saw this and I thought, okay, yeah, that's cool for Pride. I'm gonna totally do this. I'm working with just threads that I have from Stash. So my pinks are actually a little bit more, probably read a little more coral actually, but I like it, so that's good. This is on a 20 count Love Potion by BeStitchMe, and that's where I am to start for right now. So got this cool needle minder from Mislaid Pages. Love that. And I like this one. It goes by really fast actually when you get to stitching. Like these blocks of color are really easy to stitch. And then These little birds and everything are really cute, and it just repeats. So that should be pretty easy to make some progress on. So that's that. The next project I have, I am seriously almost finished with. I'm gonna go sit down after this probably and finish this project tonight. It is called The Flight by Not Forgotten Farm. And I saw this on Pam and Steph's Just Keep Stitching page. And when they showed it, it just made me laugh so hard. Like that, they make me laugh so hard. They really entertain me. Like I just love these mother-daughter groups. A few of the different FlossTubes that I love to watch is Pam and Steph. I love to watch 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. Jen and her mom are also like hilarious. I just love the way they play off each other. They truly enjoy hanging out and stitching together. I love any of those duos. Stitchy Friends is another one. I love to watch those too because they seem like such good friends that just hang out and stitch. I'm totally sad that I don't have someone in real life who I can like go hang out with and talk about and just totally nerd out on this hobby with. So y'all are gonna have to suffice. I'm just gonna have to get on here and do it. But yeah, so here it is, The Flight. And this just made me crack up. I love this witch on this pair of scissors who's like, get thee to the craft store. She just looks like she's on a mission. And it makes me laugh. So I have this just about finished. This is another piece of fabric that I picked up at the Zweigart store. The lady told me this one's going out of, like it's discontinued. So she was like, oh, you're really lucky to get a piece of this. So I have actually a little bit of extra because I didn't really need a lot. And she said, oh, well, you can use it for other projects and be so proud of yourself that you have this because it's going out of print. So it's cool because it's kind of like, it looks like hand dyed, but I think it's probably printed because it's just like this on one side. I like the movement of it though. It kind of looks like she's moving through that sky. I just have to finish the bat, some stars, and then I'm done. And like I'm gonna put some of the buttons on, like the pattern shows a couple buttons. So I think I'm gonna finish it that way as well. Just put some buttons on there and turn it into a cute little Halloween pillow. I am ready for fall. They don't really do Halloween here in Germany. I mean, you'll see stuff in the store and it's kind of spooky, but trick-or-treaters, we don't get any. It's fall break usually right around that time. There's All Saints Day and that's a holiday here. And then our kids usually have about a week off of school. So we usually do some traveling, but I still really love to do like fall decorating. I love Halloween themed things. So I'm going to stitch them anyway. And maybe someday if we move somewhere else or whatever, I'll have a chance to put them out again. So the other thing I want to talk about, and this kind of rolls into my haul, is I got the coolest needle minder from a lady nearby. Like she's in my town. It's called, her name is HobbyWishes. And this is polymer clay and it is a pomegranate. Let me see if it'll like kind of focus. It is a pomegranate and these inside are just little tiny garnets, which I love. I love it. First of all, garnets, that's my birthstone. So I think that's really cool. Second of all, I have been trying to get a Clay by Kim dragon for I don't even know how long. And here's the problem. The sales are always in the middle dead of the night here for me. So like, I think the sales start at like 8 or 9 in the evening. And for me, that's 3 in the morning. So I have tried a couple times to get up to like see if I can score one. By the time I get it in my cart and go to check out, it's sold out. So I'm done. Like, I guess it's just not meant to be. So I'm looking for other polymer clay and I found this lady and I just think her work is so cool. It's so detailed. She has other pieces on her site that I just love. She has a little German pretzel. She's got some pieces of fruit. She has these gorgeous scissor fobs. They are just insanely detailed. So I will probably be shopping from her again. I'm gonna add those to my Christmas list to be sure. The other things that I got as far as haul are just a couple of WIP bags. I am obsessed with WIP bags. I just love the fabrics that these artists choose. I love the way they put them together. I'm sure I could learn how to do it, but I don't want to. Like, I'm just gonna, let me just support other artists. That's what I'm good at. So I found this bag from the 805 Stitcher. I have a couple of her bags. I love them. I think they're like a great size. I love the clear front that she has. And when this one came out, it caught my eye because, first of all, I love these colors. I'm crazy for this petrol color that's kind of the same as the background of my flight cross stitch and my chatelaine. Actually, I'm totally drawn to that color. But then these vintage Halloween characters. What? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. It is tiny little pumpkin suit. Look at this girl and her cat. And that funny pumpkin. I just think they're so adorable. This moon is giving me Smashing Pumpkins vibes, a la like 1996. So cute. So yeah, I had to have this. I love it. And the little fob on it is like a little pumpkin. And she always tosses in a cute freebie. So I have a needle minder here with a little crow on it. Just a little piece of the fabric, which I think is so cute. Super thoughtful. Her stuff always gets to me really quickly, which I love too. Being overseas, we have a mailbox, but I mean, stuff comes, it takes like 10 to 20 days, depending. So I just order, if I order things, I just know it's going to be a long time coming. And so I'm always surprised when stuff gets here early and it's like, oh, I've got mail. And then I like go take my little, I get a little slip in my box and I go get it. And it's like a little Christmas. I do a little unpackaging in my car. So I love that. And then I also got a WIP bag from another woman I've ordered from previously as well. Her name is KathiesPOSIES on Etsy. Her bags are so cute because what she does is she takes like vintage scraps of embroidery or like cool, I think they're like handkerchiefs or napkins and things like that, and puts them on the front of the bags, and just, they're just so cute and unique. The one that I picked up is this one right here. And I love this bird. This is like an embroidered, like probably was a pillowcase or something. I think this might say mich, which means mine in German, which I kind of love that too. Like, this bag is mine. It's such pretty fabric. Like, these colors are so pretty. And I love the way it plays with these flowers from the embroidery. The little zipper fob is like a little cute lemon. And it's a good size bag. Like, I love that. So yeah, I have purchased from her once before as well. My mushroom chatelaine is actually in one of her bags too. This is another bag that I bought from her before. Again, this is like a vintage handkerchief with this yellow rose. And I love it with this V fabric. So cute. This is a little different style, like the zipper's kind of toward the front. But again, it's like super roomy. All your stuff in there. Super cute and trendy. I love an accessory. Anybody who knows me, you know, likes me walking around like, hey, just brought my craft. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. I'm just gonna work on this. Oh, what? This thing? Oh yeah. Well, that's like, I love to make a statement. So her bags are perfect for me. So I think that's probably the end of this first video. I'm gonna try to make a post maybe once a month, show you what I've been working on. I'm not a super fast stitcher. I mean, I just kind of go at my own pace. I go when I have time. With these two projects for WIP GO, I'm sure I'm gonna be like hard pressed to stay focused on them for 10 days at a time, just because I know that I get distracted easily. That's why I got those smalls in there. So hopefully I can get a couple finishes and yeah, maybe a new start or two. We'll see. So when I come back, I can show you what I'm working on. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you liked what you saw, like and subscribe. I think that's what I'm supposed to say, right? I'm gonna try to like get down with the lingo so I sound super professional. If you have any comments, please leave them below, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.